Welcome back to the PvP Live Studios. We're here in Frisco, Texas, and SjoW is on match point. Muzzy needs to win 3 straight to win this match.
Yeah, SjoW has some excellent queue-ups so far in this one and really demonstrating his knowledge with handlock in that last game. Had beautiful lines of play moving forward and able to keep everything under very strict control.
Yeah, Muzzy just straight up scooped it up to the Ragnaros from SjoW there, so we're going to have to see what happens in these next games. If Muzzy can win 3 straight, do you think he needs to revert back to being really aggressive against SjoW, or does he need to move back towards that mid-range play that he's been doing?
Yeah, it's very difficult to say because SjoW's been kind of, he's been both directions so far in this matchup. And it's kind of tough to pinpoint a player who has such a comprehensive range of strategies behind them. What are they going to queue up? I would venture to say that you're going to need to play some powerful strategies yourself to try to get it done. Don't mind the Grim Patron queue up, but guys, game 3, Muzzy versus SjoW is getting underway.
Yeah, and SjoW, this is what we've seen from him in almost every match he has played here in HPL. Once he feels he's got a good read on them, he brings in the aggression, and we're seeing a snake trap from him here.
Yeah, Muzzy's hand also, it had a shielded mini-bot, but there was also a Blessing of Might in his hand, and now he's got Cog Hammer and True Silver Champion. I don't know exactly the direction that this deck necessarily wants to take right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're generally going to want to be pretty aggressive against some decks in some matchups, but in this one, it feels like he's going to have to be a real controlling deck against SjoW here. Oh,
King Mukla in this deck. I mean, I have to believe that once I see the King Mukla, maybe he's just trying to play for Tavern Brawl this week, but I have to say that Divine Favor is probably in his deck at some point.
I almost brought up Tavern Brawl a little bit earlier and SjoW was eating the banana. Now we actually are going to see them in play. Tavern Brawl just already, making strides here in HPL today.
Yeah, so Freezing Trap or Snake Trap, I think both of these plays are totally viable. The Snake Trap, I think, does apply a little bit more pressure and a little bit more unpredictability here. Because Muzzy, like say he attacks your dome in this spot, we've seen Snipe come into play a couple times. Is that going to be something he thinks about?
Yeah, he may think about Snipe here, but if he picks off, you really, really want him to attack your Haunted Creeper here, because if that happens, you get 5 minions and you have an Animal Companion. If you get Leok, that is a ton of damage.
Yeah, I mean, Muzzy going to think through his options here. I mean, not a lot of terrible ones if he attacks face. I mean, Freezing Trap is about the worst thing that can happen right now. But with the King Mukla in his deck, I have to believe he wants to get that on board and start swinging away.
Interesting. He might actually Cog Hammer here, giving his minion taunt, and then start to really push for damage.
Wow, that's exactly what he's going to do. I mean, this does take away a lot of the, the fact that he has to attack it a certain way, and so he gets he knows it's not Explosive Trap or Misdirection at this point. But he thinks it's Freezing Trap, going to sit his shielded mini-bot right there. And this is kind of the power that you see from these traps, and one of the reasons that they're so good at these top levels is that you can make these small little bluffs and throw your opponent off a little bit.
Yeah, we have seen some great bluffs of Explosive Traps and stuff like that so far here in HPL, and you see a good one here from SjoW as well. This Snake Trap making Muzzy not attack with a shielded mini-bot this turn.
Yeah, so going to keep his Haunted Creeper around. Doesn't feel like he needs to trade anytime soon. Second Divine Favor is a terrible pickup.
Yeah, not where you want to be in this matchup.
Yeah, he's going to choose to use this True Silver Champion. About to get the bad news now. This is, in fact, Snake Trap, so shielded mini-bot not going to be doing a ton of work in this game. This is a great sequencing from SjoW.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Leok was in play, so this is going to be really good for the Snake Trap, but Leok's going to be taken care of by the True Silver Champion.
Muzzy actually had passed with this shielded mini-bot, by the way. He missed 2 points of damage in this spot. Yeah, he realizes it just right now. He acted too fast. He assumed it was Freezing
I think he was thrown off by Snake Trap. He wasn't expecting it. It threw him off of his turn, and he honestly just, forgot where he was. He needed to, take a second, recollect himself. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, so SjoW going to take his time and figure out exactly how to sequence this turn. Like that he's trading in the Haunted Creeper right now. This will give him Pilot Shredder, and he's got a Beast on board. So
well, this might set up for a good turn for Muzzy here. Muzzy will be able to pick off this Pilot Shredder, and if it puts out a minion that's only got 2 health, he's got a really good Consecration turn here.
Yeah, the Consecration is going to be very good, but sort of one of the problems that's moving forward is that 2 of the cards in his hand are Divine Favor. So if Initiative gets yielded back over to SjoW very often, he's going to keep that pressure applied very, very heavily. And Muzzy's never going to have an opportunity to utilize these Divine Favors lest he fall too far behind. And look at the way that SjoW's hand is developing. He's got Loatheb here on turn 5. He's got Piloted Shredder, Freezing Trap, or Quick Shot on turn 6.
His hand is
this is
shaping up really well.
This is looking disastrous for Muzzy. He can't even use Muster for battle here.
Yeah, it looks really, really bad for Muzzy here because if he playing King Mukla is not even. Yeah, I was about to say it's not even something you really want to do this turn. You have to, but giving SjoW bananas here this turn just gives him a free eat of your King Mukla here if he wants. You can just make your Loatheb a 6/6 and just eat off this King Mukla right away.
Yeah, he's got so many different ways to stifle all this board pressure. He is really about to punish Muzzy for these couple of early turns that he wasn't able to check beautifully.
Yeah, I think you're going to see an animal companion here, very likely a banana onto the low theb, and then a freezing trap.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be, too. King Mukla is going to be checked, 4 points of damage to the dome, and that shielded mini bot, it is not coming anywhere near these minions because it's got to chew through a freezing trap first, and this much pressure onto Muzzy. I don't know if he's going to be able to get through this. He's even got Argent Protector in here. This tech's designed to fight for the board very quickly and early on, and freezing trap completely throwing this pressure off base, and then the snake trap forcing him to use Consecrate maybe earlier than he wanted to. He's gonna have to take 6 damage to deal with this low theb.
Yeah, it's gonna put him down to 15. SjoW still with the 4-2 Huffer in play. Muzzy still has a banana. He's got a quick shot. He's got his hero power, and a Wolf Rider is added as well. Great stuff here from SjoW. He can push a ton of damage this turn.
Yeah, I don't see Muzzy being able to climb his way out of this anytime soon. 5 points of damage for Huffer. Pilot Shredder's on board. Mad Scientist is going to get him more value, and he's got 6 points of damage directly in his hand. And Muzzy, he's got 2 Divine Favors that he can't use.
Yeah, Divine Favor, drawing both of them. This matchup, not where you want to be, as we talked about earlier. They're just going to be so bad going forward. There's never going to be a great turn for him to do it. It's 3 mana. It's going to take up a lot of his turn to do it, and he's not even going to get that big of a payoff for them.
Yeah, so going to have to go with Sousy Deckhand here. Argent Protector as well. Try to keep as many threats in play as he can and hope that its Pilot Shredder doesn't spit out something that's very, very strong against him. And Divine Favor drawing 1 card this turn, and it's a Knife Juggler after he's played all of his minions. And
yeah, it's pretty unfortunate for Muzzy.
Yeah, it looks like the writing's on the wall to me. I don't see him being able to stop all of this damage this turn, and it looks like it's going to be over to SjoW.
It looks like it's going to be a quick 3-0 win here for SjoW. Really, really picking it up here in HPL. He's only got 1 loss. And you know, these Hearthlytic guys, we talked about it, they've been on fire and playing well, but it looks like SjoW is going to be just a little bit too much for Muzzy here in this match.
Muzzy's just going to hope he doesn't have anything left in his hand for as far as damage is concerned, but SjoW picks up a second Wolf Rider.
He has all of it.
Direct now, so everything rolling SjoW's way. Just wonderful queue-ups and wonderful play from him have yielded him a 3-0 victory here over Muzzy.
Yeah, great stuff from SjoW here. Great queue-ups. Muzzy, you know, queued up well, played well, but just showed too much for him here in this match. 3-0 winner. SjoW moves into the winner's circle.
Yeah, this last deck really interesting for Muzzy. I mean, obviously very oriented on early game aggression and you know, trying to fight the early game minion battles. But you know, against stuff like Haunted Creeper and Snake Trap, all of those things kind of go out the window. You know, you're trying to fight with very efficiently with singular cards, but SjoW's just got a lot of expendable minions. If you can't keep that under control, it's quickly going to snowball out of control.
And not to mention drawing 2 Divine Favors in that matchup. That's pretty abysmal.
Yeah, nothing going for Muzzy in that match. If you guys want to see the recap of this one, you can head over to pvplive.net and check it out for yourself. Exactly how SjoW was able to get a 3-0 victory over here against Muzzy and put his record now to 4-1 in HPL. So, you know, he's not going to be making any adjustments to his deck on this break. He's going to be getting ready for an interview so we can get some insight into his strategy and how he took on this match versus Muzzy. And we also have one more match coming up after that. So, guys, don't go anywhere. That interview with SjoW is up next. You're watching Hearthstone on PvP Live.